Didn't see you there. Just cleaning up the bar here, getting ready for an episode, and I kind of lost track. So thanks for joining me cleaning the bar, but welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze. I'm going to do something really quick, so we'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It is terribly hot here in Texas, and so I want to turn the AC off because you're probably getting a little bit of that reverb. Hopefully you notice that difference. But I would like to welcome you to Monday at the Bourbon and Booze bar. This bar hosts over 1,100, almost 1,200 bottles of different liquors. Now that doesn't include all of the syrups and all of the non-alcohol mixers and stuff like that. That's just alcohol bottles. So that we're talking whiskeys of all varieties, all countries, almost all continents, down to one continent. Whiskeys and rums and vodkas, tequilas, and did I miss anything? Gins. We're a big gin family. But all sorts of things. A huge bar, and most of it's whiskey and whiskey family, I guess. So we're talking moonshines and flavored whiskeys and stuff like that. So I thought I would pull something out that we haven't really covered. I think we may have covered one selection from this bar or this distillery, but I thought I'd bring something out for that. But first, I would like for me, English really isn't good for me on Mondays. I would like to remind you all to make sure you do hit that like and subscribe. It means so much to us to know how you feel about the channel and the comments you have. The comments are great, and I love getting that positive feedback from all of you. Whew, started yawning Monday morning. But I really love some of the really good constructive criticism we have about our channel. Most of it is how we pronounce things. We are living in Hickville, Texas. Not that I'm from this area. I'm from the United States, by the way, not from Texas. I'm from the U.S., but my wife and, of course, Cody is from Texas. So it took a lot for me to get that immigration papers to move down here. Just joking, you guys. I know Texas is going to get mad at me. But I'm from all over the West, just not Texas. So I mispronounce things all the time. And I apologize, but I really like that very positive comments about our channel. So make sure you do hit that like and subscribe, but also leave comments. We also have Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and now Threads. We no longer support Twitter. I'm not going to get into the politics of Twitter. This is trying to be a apolitical channel, so whatever your politics are and however you feel about Twitter, that's your business. I'm not going to say which way I go on any of that stuff, but I choose not to participate in that kind of venue anymore. So, and if any of the other social media turns that way, we'll have to decide whether we're going to keep them or not as well. Okay, so that's not why you're here. You're here for the alcohol today. And this is going to be a, I want to say it's a moonshine. It's, well, it's weird. This is from the 12th Hawaiian Distillery. Now, obviously, the name comes from being the 12th legal distillery in Hawaii. This is from the island of Kona. And it was very hard to find. It was in Kona, and we walked around asking people about the distillery, and the residents of Kona that we did ask said, there's no distillery here. We're like, but there is. And they're like, you must mean the brewery, the famous Kona Beer Company, which you can get in the States. And they're like, no, we only do the beer. Like, no, you have a distillery. So we get our little Google Maps and we're hiking all over, and we do find it. It's very well hidden. But this is the 12th Mountain Distillery, and this is their Hawaiian Honeyshine. If you don't know this, Hawaii is very big on honey and pineapple. So this is their Honeyshine that we got. So it's kind of a moonshine, but it doesn't have a grain in it, I don't believe. It's 50% alcohol, but I think it's all spirits distilled. There's a word there. Oh, spirits distilled 4 times from Hawaiian Honey. I don't know the process behind that. We did tour their little distillery. It was awesome. It's a one-man show. And he stopped everything to give us a little tour and show us his product. And it was all amazing. In fact, we were struggling on what to get and what not to get. I don't know what it is about Mondays. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Like I say, it's 50% or 100 proof. It is about $45. Obviously, it's not aged. It's completely clear. It's about $45. Unfortunately, at the time I purchased this, you couldn't get it in the States, the mainland states. You could only get it in Hawaii. Not sure if that's still true. And I don't know about ordering it. I would imagine it's a little bit expensive to order because of the transit to the mainland, but also you got to live in an area that allows for that kind of process to occur. But if you're ever in Hawaii and you visit the Big Island, go to Kona and try some Honeyshine. So, right away, I get a very, and this is not going to be any surprise to you all, a very meaty aroma. I'm not a big fan of mead at all. Let me just rephrase that. I'm not a big fan of mead yet. I have yet to find a mead that I truly like. And we actually made mead. Cody made mead, aged it for almost a year. And he said it was spectacular. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't my cup of tea. But I always buy a mead every time I get a chance. And I do have some mead here. Maybe we should give that a go. But, stifling those yawns again, gives me a very meaty, but also vodka essence to it. Very honey, but that waxy kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Dirty, earthy, waxy, earthy honey. There's 2 types of honey. Well, there's many types of honey, but I put them in 2 categories. That sweet honey that's really nice that you get basically in little tiny packets at Chick-fil-A or something to put on your biscuits. And then there's a much more heavier, earthy honey. Not a big fan of the earthy honey. Seeing if there's any more information here. But this might be a great choice for you if you like mead and you like honey. I'm going to say that it does have an alcohol bit to it, a little medicinal, but it's not bad. Sweet, spicy. Ooh. Wow. It's almost got just a very brief teasing hint of like a whiskey, like a dark cherry and dried apple and barrel and tobacco. That was weird. And I haven't had anything to drink today. This is my first. But it is spicy and it's got a little backburn to it. Wow, what is that? That's very interesting. Might have to get into some meads and try those out. Cody's not here today. I feel like my shirt's up. So wrong. Cody's not here today, so I can't really discuss it with him. Whew, it does have a high spice burn to it, though. Not like rot gut burn. Not like, you know, $10 whiskey that's 80% neutral grain. It's got a burn to it. This is interesting. This would be really interesting in some cocktails. Not a big fan of the aroma though. But the flavor is, it's very unique. And I do remember, briefly, but not the details of trying this at the distillery. Now I know my wife and Cody loved it. Interesting. Ooh, getting a little of that waxiness of that kind of honey I don't like, but it's also got that honey I do like. It's just not really sweet. Interesting. It's a must try. It's definitely a must try. You know, this might be a really nice substitute for either a vodka or a gin in a lot of cocktails. Now, whether you would want a Honeyshine martini? Don't know. I'm not sure what citrus would be like with this. I can see it being okay. But then I also can see it being just too much. I'm gonna have to get Cody on this. And I don't believe they have much on the internet on this. The webpage last time I looked was completely down, wasn't even owned anymore, but they do have a Facebook, but there wasn't much in the way of cocktails. So that's interesting. I will definitely turn this over, and maybe this Friday we can have a cocktail with this. I'll get Cody on it and see what he thinks, but interesting to say the least. If you are in Hawaii, if you are anywhere traveling, always look for those independent, small town, hidden away distillers. You will find so much. You will find stuff that will completely amaze you and will be like the best thing in the world. Of course, you won't be able to buy it except for there. We bought many times at distilleries that don't actually have any distribution at all. So there is a whole world of alcohol out there, whether it's vodka or gin or whiskey, that you need to try. Now if you're in Mexico, there's like everybody's got their own tequila, and there's some really good tequila and really bad tequila. But if you're traveling around, and especially in Hawaii, look up those independent distillers. Like I said, this is the 12th distiller, Hawaiian 12th distiller, and we tried to hit all of them. We couldn't. We didn't go to a couple of the islands that they were on, but there is so much out there, and there could be a small distillery, mom and pop type distilleries serving excellent gin or excellent whiskey right next door or down the street from your house that you never even knew of because you're looking for that mainstream stuff. So give them a chance, give them a try, and support your independent and local distillers. This is interesting. Tell me in the comments below what you think. How do you like it? Is there any other Honeyshine out there we should give a try that's a 100% honey distillate? Not to be confused with mead, which I think mead is probably what? Under 20%, right? Maybe a little higher, but give that a try. But let us know if there's anything else we should try. Hopefully you have a great week, and excellent week actually. Hopefully you beat the heat. I hear it's going to be the hottest day on record in probably the entire history of keeping records for many people here in the American Southwest, especially my friends and family living in California and Arizona and New Mexico. So you guys stay cool. I don't know that Honeyshine would cool you up, but maybe over some ice with a little bit of some kind of soda, maybe a Coke or a Sprite. That might be my citrus in right there. But you guys stay cool. Have a great week, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Might be whiskey. All right, cheers.